how she's going to go. Donna! Michael, is she?
No, she's still alive. She's just unconscious.
Can't think of a way of easing this blasted tractor off her somehow.
Oh, don't be stupid, Joe. It'd take more than us to lift this.
Well, how about Samson?
Hey?
Well, didn't they use him to get all that stuff off Chris Tate?
Oh, yeah, I suppose it's worth a
Well,
go.
go get him. I'll get the rope.
Quick, phone an ambulance.
Scott, what's happened?
It's Donna. There's been an accident.
Now, calm down, Scott. Tell us what happened.
She was on the tractor with Michael. It tipped up and she's trapped.
You go. I'll phone Dr. McAllister.
The real danger at the moment is the risk of multi-organ failure related to treatment. Renal failure, impaired liver function.
So she could die through them trying to make her better?
That's not exactly how I'd have put it. But any treatment in her condition does run the element of risk. She's particularly vulnerable to secondary infections, such as septicemia.
You know, I love my mother, Bernard. More than anyone in the world, maybe. But I've tried to come to terms with letting her go. And now I just don't know what to think.
Excuse me a moment. Rachel, I told you not to disturb me when I was with a patient. All right, put her through. Yes, hello. Yeah, what is it? Right. Okay, I'm on my way. Yes, I'm coming straight away. That was Sarah. There's been an emergency at the farm.
Is it the baby?
Yeah, Donna Windsor's had a tractor accident.
Hurry up, Michael. The wall could go again.
Come on.
Not lifting enough.
Come on, then.
That's a bit more keen going. Right, hold it there.
Get her out of
It's all right, it's all right. Look, that's what we're trying to do. Now stop screaming and help. Scott, get to the horse. You, round the front. Right, Scott, get him lifted again.
Come on, Samson. Come on, boy. Come on,
Get
Samson.
him pulling.
You can do it. Come on, Samson. Come on. Come
It's all right,
on.
she's free. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Come on, sweetheart.
Right. McAllister's here.
Right. Let's have a look at you, young lady. Where's it hurt?
I'm really delighted with that present. That pianola is going to be a great attraction.
And that's going to be just the start of it. We can have pub quizzes, karaoke nights.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Oh, come on, Alan. It's what people want. And satellite television and live football. It's the way to pack the punters in now.
I was hoping for something a bit more cultural. At least some of our customers have taste.
Ah, here's a customer now. We'll ask him. Seth, what do you look for in a pub?
A decent pint.
Well, we're conducting market research, Seth. We're trying to find a way of attracting new customers.
Well, some places are selling them continental beers. 4 times price and it tastes horrible.
Yeah, well, some people like them, Seth.
Tourists, you don't need them. It's your regulars you should be looking after. It is supposed to be a local, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
Right, well, low prices and long hours, that's your answer.
That's always your answer, Seth.
Anyway, I didn't come about Woolpack. You said you wanted a word with me about Game Farm. No time like the present. It's in a terrible mess. I made a start at tidying it up. I've done best I can. Most of the breeding stock's gone, but there is a few birds left.
I didn't realise you were working while we were away.
That's what you pay me for, Mr. Turner. Mine, I'm going to need a lot of help to tackle it for real. When were you hoping to start shooters again?
Well, the thing is, Seth...
Of course, it's going to cost a lot of money. I suppose you'll be waiting until the insurance comes through.
Well, that is a consideration,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not getting out on my house insurance. Mixed up with premiums. It's a good job I'm still a working man.
Seth, you see...
Yeah.
Seth, the game farm may not open again. It just isn't going to be economical.
Well, what will I do?
Well, when we find a buyer, perhaps the new owner would...
Oh, I see. Well, I'll not trouble you any longer. You're obviously busy making your plans.
Seth?
It's all right, Mr. Turner. Just seems to be the way of the world. There's nobody got a place for an old bloke of my age these days.
Dr. McAllister's going to take me to the hospital. Would you phone Vic? Tell him I'll see him there?
Yes, of course.
Right. What the hell do you think you were playing at? This is all your fault, you know.
It was an accident.
Now,
Leave
come on,
it,
Mike.
Joe.
You might as well go home, Michael. We'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, all right, thanks. Good night.
You're not going to let him get away with this, are you?
Yeah, because I don't think it was his fault.
Jack, you weren't even there, and I'm saying it was.
Look, it's over. And you two shouting the odds isn't going to change anything. Just thank God it wasn't worse.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I want to get this sorted out.
Yeah, well, that makes two of
Well,
us.
don't expect me to referee. I've done that once too often. I'm going to pick Robert up. I might be able to get an adult conversation out of him. Phone Vic.
Michael deserves hauling over the coals for this. He's lucky we're not sacking him.
Look, I didn't know he was stupid enough to put kids in that sort of danger. If that had been Robert, well, he knows about farm machinery. But Donna hardly knows a tractor from a double-decker bus.
No, don't have a go at me. I mean, I warned you Michael was heading for trouble. His mind is full of this Eric Pollard business.
Yeah, you warned me. Well, that's just another reason why you should have kept your eye on him. It's down to you, Joe.
Frank's solicitor really seems to be on the ball. Being able to arrange a court hearing for tomorrow like that.
He's trying to make sure Elsa abides by the original court order.
So she'll have to hand Alice back.
Unless I blow it and say the wrong things.
You'll be fine, Nick. He says it's just a matter of law. The original order stands until a new one's made, and we're going to make sure that doesn't happen.
Maybe, but Elsa seems pretty confident. I just wonder what her solicitor's got up his sleeve.
Oh, stop worrying, Nick.
Mum, I can't help it. Just the thought of being in court in front of a judge terrifies me. It's like my love for Alice is on trial.
I'll be there with you.
I'm sorry I can't. I've got to go and see Chris. I haven't seen him for a few days and he's getting upset about it.
Oh, no problem. Just go through with me once again what I'm going to say tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. And they'll probably ask you about your childcare arrangements.
Nick. Well, I was wondering if I could have a word.
I'm just a bit busy at the moment, so I'm just going through what I'm going to say in court.
Oh, aye. I'm sorry.
Well, is it important?
No, I don't suppose so. Well, not to anybody else, any road.
Hello, I'm Vic Windsor. My daughter was brought in with a tractor accident.
I'll check admissions for you.
Oh, it's all right, I've just seen her.
Just a hairline fracture. Nothing too serious.
Oh, thank goodness for that. It's lucky Joe thought quick and got her free.
We got nothing to thank them for. She should never have been on that tractor in the first place. She could have been killed. I haven't heard the last of this.
It's the archaeologist's report. Seems as if they finished at
Oh,
last.
that's a relief.
Oh, apparently it wasn't just a skeleton. They found an ancient vase. Some sort of trophy. Oh, and this is interesting. There's an ancient well underneath the pub.
Well, well, well.
No, it could be useful, eh? You see, if we're going to go for one bar, to cut down on costs, we're going to need a focal point, something to bring back the ambience of a country pub.
You're going to have a well in the middle of the bar?
Yeah. The tourists would love it. The old Woolpack wishing well.
Yeah, but why was it sealed up in the first place? I mean, maybe that water's unfit for human consumption. It might even be infected with cholera.
Oh, we can always have it analysed and then treated. Now, I do think it is our duty to preserve a piece of history like that.
Well, that's very noble of you, Alan.
Yeah. You know how people love chucking coins in wishing wells. It'll pay for itself in no time.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Oh, and we could invent a tradition to go with it. The place where Thor the Dane prayed for victory.
Pausing only. On his way for a pint of best Yorkshire bitter.
Certainly beat anything Frank Tate's got to offer at his sports club.
Yeah. I reckon we can run a better bar than Lynn Whiteley. Even with all-day opening hours. I mean, we can work it between us. Plus, we've got Rachel in the evenings.
You said you wanted to see me, Alan?
Yes, thank you.
I'm sorry it's so early, but I've got a lot on today. I've got to prepare a case for Vic Windsor's court appearance next week.
Oh, we got a lot of sympathy locally. I mean, no one likes looters.
Well, let's hope the magistrate sees it the same way. Listen, if it's about the memorial, you need to talk to Eric Pollard. He seems to be handling all the arrangements himself.
Well, this isn't trustee business. It's, we can discuss that at a meeting later. It's It's Seth. Well, you see, we've decided not to reopen the game farm. It's just not economically viable, and it puts him out of a job.
And he didn't take the news too well. I mean, hardly surprising, really. Plus, he'd just heard that he wasn't going to get anything on his house insurance either.
And I know I have no legal responsibility. He's way past retirement age, but I can't just stand by and see him homeless and jobless.
Yes, that's right. A man of his age should be enjoying his retirement, not worrying about all this.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we can come up with something, but I ought to warn you, he's a cussed old devil. He's not the easiest person to help.
Come on, fly away, you daft J-puss. Come on, you've got to fit for your son now. Same as me.
I'm off then.
You're not taking that bike, are you? You should talk to him.
What about?
That stupid bike. I just don't seem to be getting through.
Actually, I'm more worried about Jessica at the moment. You heard what the locals are saying.
Oh? What?
That she's got to get married, that she's pregnant.
Well, a lot of people around here don't seem to have anything better to do than gossip. Anyway, you don't believe that tittle-tattle, do you?
No, of course not. You don't think there's anything to it, then? Well, they did spring it on us rather suddenly, didn't they?
Well, if you're worried about it, ask Jessica.
Well, no, I don't want her to think that I don't trust her. She's got a whole life ahead of her. I mean, if she is pregnant... Now, I'm not saying she is, but if she was, well, I'd hope that she'd come to us...
Bernard, you take life and death decisions in your stride. You've often told me being a GP is 30% physician, 70% psychiatrist. You deal with your patients' emotional problems every day. But when it comes to your own daughter, you're a complete shambles.
I know. I just can't help it. I just love her so much. Emotional involvement.
Was that the dog?
Yeah, your mum's just gone.
Yeah, what do you think then? Impress the judge?
I suppose so.
Good.
It's a visitor for you, Seth.
Have I called at a bad time?
No, we're just off to court, so you won't be disturbed.
Right.
Come on, Nick.
Right, see you later.
Good luck, lad.
Thanks. Thanks.
So, what can I do for you then?
I heard about your problems over house insurance.
And you're going to try and get him to give me some money, are you?
Well, I could see if they'd consider some sort of goodwill gesture, but I wouldn't hold out too much hope. But I was thinking, an application to the Beckendale Disaster Fund might be more fruitful.
You mean that thing that Frank Turton Turner's running?
A number of villagers have already made application on the grounds of trauma.
Trauma?
Yes. Do you understand the concept?
Well, I've heard a lot of people talking about it lately, but we didn't have a trauma when I were a lad. You just got on with things.
I think it's reasonable to suggest that losing your home, your dog, seeing the village you were brought up in decimated all on one night must have had a devastating effect.
I'm sad about it, same as everybody else, but it ain't turned me dual alley.
That's not what I'm suggesting.
And I don't like charity. That's how my operation got paid for. I don't want people thinking I'm a welfare case.
I don't think it is charity, Seth. You're entitled to compensation for what you've been through.
But I've worked all my life since I were a nipper. I've always paid my own way. Mind, you might be right. Perhaps this is all that's left for me.
How's your sister?
Oh, she'll be all right. My mum's still in a state about it, though. But still, at least she can drown her neurosis. Now selling booze in the shop.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right, that.
Hey?
Selling booze at a post office. Temptation for the Wrinkleys. They run right on pension day.
Just get out of my way, will you?
Not very sociable, is she?
I'm due in the lab.
Waste of time, that. You can have more fun with me.
Get lost.
Best suggestion I've heard in ages.
You stay out of this, McAllister.
Leave him.
You'll regret that.
Thanks.
It's no problem.
Listen, Dolph, that might not have been too smart, you know.
You bottled out.
Yeah, but it's different when he's mob-handed. So next time you're looking for a sidekick, I ain't no Van Damme, okay?
Aren't you worried? Well, thanks again.
What's your name?
What's yours?
Luke.
Might see you around then.
Is there a problem? Has the case been postponed?
No, the judge wants to see us in his chambers. First, for an informal chat.
Oh, do you want me to come with you?
I wish I could, Mum, but he just wants to see me and Elsa. Not even solicitors.
Oh, I see.
I don't know what to say to the judge. I'm bound to mess it up. I'll bet Elsa and her solicitors got it all off pat.
Listen, Nick, you just be yourself. Anyone can see how much you love Alice. And that's what this is supposed to be about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Better hurry up then. He mustn't keep his honour waiting.
Hello, stranger.
Hello, Chris. I've brought you a few things.
Why didn't you come before?
It's only been a few days.
It might seem like that in the real world, but in here time passes rather slowly.
Sorry.
Oh, I expect you've been busy. I hear you and Dad are planning my life for me.
We've been trying to sort out what's needed for the new bungalow, yes.
Well, that must have given you hours of fun.
That's going to be really good. Your Dad's been trying to make sure there's everything there you could want.
New pair of legs, perhaps?
It'll be set up so you can get around just as you want. As close to a normal life as possible.
Well, that's a comfort, isn't it?
Do sit down, please. And don't be nervous. I realise courts can be frightening places to the uninitiated, which is why I like to approach these cases informally first. Custody and divorce used to be approached in an adversarial fashion, often degenerating into character assassination by both parties. I never thought that was a good way to determine a child's future. And I'm sure we're all agreed that what is important is Alice's future.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm here for.
Alice is only 3 years old. At present, Mr. Bates has custody and care and control. But we need to sort out access for Miss Feldman. We all agree on that, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
The custody and/or care and control position may change at some point in the future, as I'm sure you've discussed with your solicitors. But there's something else I'd like you to consider. Whoever has legal custody, you're both going to want to watch and help her grow up. Now, that task is likely to involve you coming into contact with each other quite often. That won't be made any easier if there's a long and bitter struggle now. It won't help Alice either. Far better she should know she has two loving parents who don't happen to live together anymore. It's never easy when couples split up, but it's still possible to build on the love you both have for Alice, to put her first and come to an arrangement. She's too young to speak for herself at this hearing, so that's my job. And I am certain she would want you both to work together on this.
Look, Chris, I know it seems bleak, but You know, there's so much that can be done with modern technology. I was talking to Nick about it last night.
I see.
And we...
I've become the tea time topic of conversation now, have I? I hadn't realised I was that interesting.
We all just want you to be happy, Chris.
No, you don't. You just want me to shut up and be grateful. Why, now I'm giving you a hard time. And Dad. And Zoe. Do you really blame me?
No. No, of course not. It's going to take a long time to come to terms with it all.
But when I do come to terms with it, everything will be all right again then, will it?
I hope we can be happy again, yes.
There's just one small problem there, isn't there, Kathy? You're going to leave me before any of this ever happened.
That's not true.
It'd been better for you if I'd died under all that rubble. Well, if it's any consolation, it would have been better for me, too.
Don't say that.
Why not? We might as well face up to the facts. And the fact is, I'm an inconvenience to you. Please, don't deny it. I may have lost the use of my legs, but my brain still functions perfectly. I know the score.
It's not like that, Chris. We all love you.
Don't lie to me.
I am not lying. Why do you think I'm here?
But you're not here, really, are you? I mean, yeah, you're standing by my bedside. But your mind's not here. Your heart's not here. No, you're just like some clockwork Florence Nightingale going through the motions of caring. Well, that's just not good enough. I want all of you. Nothing at all. You might just as well go where your heart takes you. Wherever that may be. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm giving you the chance to leave me. Well, you heard me. Go! String your hook! Just get out of here!
You can relax now, Nick.
I won't do that till I've got Alice back home.
Oh, even Elsa wouldn't defy a court order. It's the law.
Didn't stop her last time, did it?
I've called the childminder. She'll drop Alice off to you in a few minutes.
Are you not going to stay?
Why would I want to do that?
Discuss visiting arrangements. I thought we might all go for some tea together, you know, try and make it a bit more friendly.
You can discuss arrangements with my solicitor. And you can forget all that crap the judge was spouting. This was just the first round. An interim decision, till everything can be decided. I'm gonna fight you all the way on this, Nick. And I'm gonna win.